Frank Thomas, who's had some success with him, including this year. He hit a home run against him in Oakland back on June the 2nd. So here's the big hurt against Santana. And there's ball one. Here's that home run back in June, Joe.
Well, one of the places you stay away from with Frank Thomas is down, even though that's where the target was. It was down and middle in, and Frank Thomas hit it over the center field wall. So you have to stay away from that. Up and in is where you want to go if you're going to go inside with the fastball on Frank Thomas. Yeah, I want to revisit that first inning. Barry Zito was struggling. Punto helped him out swinging at a 2-1 pitch over his head. Then they threw Castillo out. They helped Zito get out of that inning by running in that situation. There are times to run, and I don't think that was the time to do it. When a guy is struggling, you let him work his way out of the jam. You don't help him out. And I thought that's what the Twins did there. Maybe a little too over-aggressive.
Zito got out of it nicely. 2-1 to Thomas. Change up in the dirt, and it is 3-1.
But you're going to find that Santana's always going to be careful with Thomas because he knows that he can hurt him, as he did in the game on June 2nd. But the respect that Frank Thomas has around the league changes a pitching pattern of any pitcher, not just Santana.
That ball is hit deep. Down the left field line into the corner. It goes White. That ball is a home run. And the Athletics have gone ahead 1-0. And I thought it was a changeup, Joe.
Well, it was a changeup. He wasn't giving in, but the mistake he made, he got it pretty much out over the plate. And Frank thought it was a fastball too, but that forced him to pull it because he went out to get it. And he pulled it right down the line. Field line. It didn't hook. That's why the ball stayed, fair. It did not have any hook on it.
So Frank Thomas, in his first postseason with Oakland, homers against the Twins for the first run of the game, and there is a strike to Chavez. 1 ball and 1 strike. Now Thomas, he has been battling the Twins for a long time. When he was with the White Sox for several years, they were the White Sox battling the Twins for the top spot in the Central Division. And while most of the time until last year, it was the Twins who always seemed to get the better of Frank Thomas's White Sox. So it's 2-1 now to Chavez. And that slider is in there for a strike. Now, we talked to Ken Maka, Oakland manager before the game, again, about Chavez, who had a very poor year and all the injury problems he had. But Maka did point out, he said, the last 2-3 weeks, the ball is coming off his bat just like the old days. He's swinging a lot better than he was. 2-2 the count to Chavez. Only 22 home runs for him this year, only a .241 average. Maka was quick to point out that this Gold Glover at third base helped the A's win a lot of ball games just with his glove, even when the bat was not there. Hey, struck him out. Now Jay Payton. And that's a foul off to the right, a fastball away. Now you mentioned Jay Payton, and Mark Ellis has been a couple of guys that could be keys for the A's today.
Well, the reason I say that, they're two completely different type hitters. You can't set Jay Payton up. He goes out, he's a swinger. He goes up there and lets it fly. Ellis will control what he does at the plate a little better. See, Payton, you throw it, he swings. That's why I say you can't really set him up, and he's a good hitter. He's a very good hitter.
So it's kind of a basic game.
Yeah.
With Payton.
With Payton, hey, you throw it, I swing, let's see what happens. Mark Ellis is a little more control. He handles whatever you're doing to him. If you're getting him out with a changeup, he makes adjustments.
Payton has not had a hit against Santana. That slider blowing inside for a ball, and it is 1-2.
And Maka said he was teasing him about that. It usually works, he says, when he teases him about some guys that he has not hit well, and he was teasing him about Santana, and he says, well, let's see what happens today. That's Jay Payton's thought.
Fastball popped up, foul again. I'm John Miller with Joe Morgan and Aaron Andrews. We're indoors at the Hubert H. Humphrey Metrodome in Minneapolis. The Twins, who came charging hard at the end and won the American League Central, facing the Western Division champion Athletics. We're in the top of the second inning. We've got Cy Younger Johan Santana facing the Oakland A's. Barry Zito himself, a former Cy Young Award winner. That changeup is blooped into center field, and that's a base hit for Payton. So he could not put him away, and finally Payton dunks one in here in the same inning where Frank Thomas hit a changeup for a home run for the only run of the game.
Well, he tried to put him away with a couple of high fastballs away. He couldn't. That was a changeup, and it was a good changeup. The ball was down, but Peyton going back through the middle just gets enough on it to hit it into center field.
So what was it that Ken Marcus said to Peyton to inspire him to get a hit against Santana for the first time in his career?
Yeah, well, he says you haven't ever had a hit. He said, let's see what you can do. And he said he's kind of teased him about it, and Peyton says, hey, let's see what happens today. And so far he's
1 for 1.
He's been able to show him that, hey, I can get a base hit.
He was 0 for 11 in the past against Santana. That's a strike to Nick Swisher.
That's one of the things I say all the time about managers. You know, Ken Maka and Ron Gardenhire, these are two of the best managers in all of baseball, but they're not, you know, given that elite status. But they're excellent baseball managers.
Swisher, a power hitter. Right center. Torrey Hunter is acting like he doesn't see it, but he gets over there and makes the catch. He had the palms up as he was going after it, as if to say, anybody have any idea where this one is?
A little bit.
Well, he did cross himself after, as if to say, Lord, if you could give me a little help here. Nick Swisher is gone, and the batter is Marco Scutaro. With the injury to Bobby Crosby, the regular Oakland shortstop, Scutaro became a very important figure. And you see that 266 average. At the time they moved him in there to play every day, that average was only 228, so he really had a strong finish for Oakland. And he whacks that one down the left field line. Rondell White giving chase. Up against the wall. Coming to third. Peyton being waved home. Here comes Bartlett. He'll hold the relay, and Peyton scores. Oakland has 2 runs home.
And there you see the speed that the A's added, helping them right there. Jay Peyton, a very fast runner, was able to score from first base on this double, whereas a lot of other runners would not be able to score on it. High changeup, and Scutaro hits it down the line. They were playing him the other way. Rondell White gets the ball back in, but you can see how fast Peyton is coming around the bag, and he scores easily.
2-0 Oakland.
You know, when we talked about this series, everyone was saying Santana can dominate this team, and he still can. But by the same token, these A's have been playing great baseball. They've got a lot of guys that are chipping in. They haven't relied on 1 or 2 players. Everyone has been chipping in.
Here's Mark Ellis. 2 down, 2 in. And there's ball 1 to Ellis. Now, you mentioned Ellis and Peyton as you thought a couple of key guys for the Athletics, and already Peyton has gotten himself a single and scored a run, but you didn't mention Scutaro.
No, well, Scutaro has played well too.
You don't appreciate
But I wasn't going to mention the whole lineup.
You don't like
the whole lineup has played well. That's the key. I mean, I think Oakland, they've had a different hero every day.
But you made a special point, Peyton and Ellis. What about Scutaro?
Well, I'll give
you
Scutaro
overlooked
some
Scutaro.
kudos. Yeah, I guess I did. Maybe Santana did too.
Well, maybe he did. Maybe that's the point. It wasn't just a base hit by Scutaro. He ripped that ball for a double. Yeah. Marco Scutaro. You know, in case you're having a hard time placing the name. That's high and tight. That spins Ellis around. Ellis has also never had a hit against Santana. The Athletics, as a team, have struggled. You see, Ellis in particular has really struggled. One of the worst batting averages in the league this year. In these kind of clutch at bats with a runner at second or third or both. There's a runner at second here. Marco Scutaro. And he blows a fastball by.
Good fastball there, but again, he throws a lot of changeups, sliders, and off-speed pitch. So when he turns the fastball loose, I mean, it gets there in a hurry, and you're just not prepared for it. You have to wait a split second longer on his release to make sure it's not a changeup or a slider, and when he lets the fastball go, that makes it that much faster getting to you.
Santana, high-stress inning. This is his 25th pitch of the inning. Changeup. He struck him out. But 2 runs in the inning, starting with Frank Thomas' home run on a changeup. The first postseason home run by Frank Thomas since 1993 against Toronto.